The 5 principles that separate ordinary living from extraordinary purpose. Stop chasing success. Start becoming the person you were created to be. The one who calls you is faithful, and he will do it. 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 24. Welcome to Rise in Purpose. This is more than a channel. It is a movement for people who refuse to settle for average, who believe that life is more than survival, and who understand that God did not create them merely to exist, but to influence, lead, serve, and leave a lasting legacy. The world has taught us that success is measured by titles, wealth, recognition, and applause. Yet history proves something different. Many people reach the top of the mountain only to discover they had climbed the wrong mountain. Success without purpose is empty. Achievement without significance is temporary. Influence without character is dangerous. The greatest tragedy is not failing. The greatest tragedy is succeeding at something you were never called to do. Every invention begins with a purpose. Every building begins with a blueprint. Every journey begins with a destination. In the same way, your life began with purpose. You were not an afterthought. You were an intentional design from an intentional creator. The question is not whether you have purpose. The question is whether you are living it. Today I want to share 5 transformational principles that will move you from simply chasing success to living a life of purpose and significance. Principle 1. Stop striving, start becoming. One of the greatest misconceptions in life is believing that your future depends entirely upon your own strength. The world teaches us to hustle harder, work longer, sleep less, push until you collapse. While discipline and diligence are essential, they were never meant to replace dependence upon God. Think about an eagle. The eagle doesn't become powerful because it flaps harder than every other bird. It becomes powerful because it understands how to use the wind that was already created for it. Many people are exhausted because they are trying to create what God has already provided. Purpose is not created by effort alone. Purpose is discovered through surrender. When God gives you an assignment, He never expects you to accomplish it alone. He supplies wisdom before the challenge, strength before the battle, grace before the responsibility. The moment you realize that purpose is partnership with God rather than performance for God, everything changes. Fear begins to disappear. Comparison loses its grip. Confidence begins to grow, not because you believe in yourself alone, but because you believe in the one who called you. Here's the lesson. Stop asking, am I capable? Start asking, am I available? Availability has always been more valuable than ability because God empowers available people. Rise in Purpose Declaration. I refuse to spend my life proving myself. I will spend my life fulfilling my purpose. Principle 2. Excellence is the language of purpose. Purpose is revealed through excellence. Notice I didn't say perfection. Perfection is impossible. Excellence is a choice. Many people postpone excellence because they are waiting for a better opportunity. But opportunities don't create excellence. Excellence creates opportunities. The way you handle today's responsibility determines whether tomorrow's responsibility will ever arrive. Every great leader understands this principle. The way you answer the phone matters. The way you treat people matters. The way you arrive on time matters. The way you keep your promises matters. Character is built in ordinary moments. You don't suddenly become trustworthy when you're promoted. Promotion simply reveals the character you've already developed. Whatever is in private will eventually become public. People often pray for greater influence. But influence is the reward of consistent faithfulness. The person who sweeps the floor with excellence is already preparing for leadership. Why? Because purpose isn't about the size of the assignment. It's about the attitude behind the assignment. Never despise small beginnings. Small beginnings are often God's training ground for extraordinary destinies. Principle 3. Discover the gift that makes you irreplaceable. Every person was born with potential. Potential is not what you have done. Potential is what you are capable of becoming. Inside every seed is an entire forest. Inside every dream is a future generation. Inside every purpose is a legacy waiting to unfold. The greatest mistake people make is trying to become someone else. Comparison is the quickest way to bury your potential. You cannot fulfill another person's assignment. Your voice has a frequency no one else possesses. Your experiences have prepared you in ways no classroom could. Even your pain has purpose. Sometimes your greatest ministry grows out of your deepest wounds. The challenge you survive may become the encouragement someone else desperately needs. Your setbacks are not simply obstacles. They are qualifications. Every failure that taught you wisdom has become part of your leadership. Every disappointment that strengthened your faith has become preparation for your assignment. Don't curse your process. Your process is producing your purpose. Principle 4. Choose purpose over popularity. One of the greatest battles every leader faces is the temptation to live for applause. People can become addicted to acceptance. But purpose demands courage. If your identity depends upon public approval, your destiny will always remain under someone else's control. Every visionary eventually disappoints somebody. Every leader is misunderstood at some point. Every person pursuing purpose will face criticism. Don't let criticism become your compass. The opinions of people change with circumstances. Purpose remains constant. You cannot lead while constantly looking over your shoulder for approval. Leadership requires conviction. Purpose requires courage. The greatest breakthroughs happen when you become more committed to your calling than to your comfort. Principle 5. Success finds its highest meaning in service. The highest expression of leadership is service. Real success isn't measured by how many people work for you. It's measured by how many people become better because you lived. Your education is not just for you. Your influence is not just for you. Your resources are not just for you. Everything you've received carries the responsibility to bless someone else. A river remains fresh because it flows. A pond becomes stagnant because it keeps everything. Purpose always flows outward. The more your life becomes a blessing, the more meaningful your success becomes. Legacy begins the moment your life starts changing other lives. People may forget what you accomplished. They rarely forget how you made them feel or how you helped them become who they were created to be. That is significance. That is purpose. That is leadership. 3 daily decisions that will change your life. 1. Live with awareness. Every day ask yourself, what opportunity is hidden inside today's challenge? Purpose often arrives wearing work clothes. Don't ignore ordinary moments. Great destinies are built one faithful decision at a time. 2. Stay available. Instead of asking God to bless your plans, ask Him to align your plans with His purpose. Availability opens doors that ability never can. 3. Depend on God's strength. You don't have to see the entire staircase. You only need enough faith to take the next step. Purpose unfolds one decision at a time. At Rise in Purpose, we believe your life has been designed for more than success. It has been designed for significance. Don't spend your years chasing applause that fades. Pursue the kind of purpose that transforms lives. Build character before chasing platforms. Serve before seeking recognition. Grow before demanding promotion. Led by lifting others. And remember, purpose gives direction. Character gives stability. Service creates influence. Faith unlocks potential. Legacy is built one purposeful decision at a time, so wherever you are today, don't measure yourself by your past failures or your present limitations. Measure yourself by the greatness God has placed within you. This is your season to grow. This is your season to lead. This is your season to become. This is your season to rise in purpose. If this message inspired you, subscribe to Rise in Purpose, share it with someone who needs encouragement, and join us as we pursue lives of purpose, leadership, faith, and lasting impact. Until next time, keep rising, keep growing, and never stop walking in the purpose God has placed within you.